channel. Today we're doing Panos Eyeshadows update. So I have my 4 shadows. As always, everything you need to know will be down in the description box. All my rules, everything you need to know, obviously. Alright, you guys, I am in some type of mood today. Okay, so I have my 4 shadows. I want to update you guys. Nothing extravagant. You know the deal. So if you're interested, let's do it. Okie dokie, folks. So, a little heads up, the month of July and August, I've mentioned this in many years, it is my slowest panning months. I take it easy, slack off. I enjoy the outdoors as much as possible. You guys, I'm going to be outdoors again today. I mean, every day we're outside. Every day we're outside. I'm not ashamed of it. I soak in all the vitamin D I possibly can, and it puts me in a good mood. I sunblock it up, I enjoy it, but I'm not somebody who sits inside all day. So, with that said, I didn't use a lot of makeup. I think I used a total of like 18 days in July makeup, and that's a little bit for me. I normally am like 27, almost to 30 days. Like I'm almost every day wearing makeup. July and August seem to be my slowest months, and I'm okay with that. So you will see that in a lot of my projects going forward until I get back into it, and that's okay. So I'm going to show you guys our color story of last month. Thank goodness it was rather easy to incorporate into my routine, so I didn't feel like it was such a hassle. The days that I did wear makeup, I didn't use my shadows every time I wore makeup, but I did do my best. So first one I want to share with you guys is the single. This was rolled in last month. This is Bodyography's Celestial. This shadow is a single pot shadow. These are some of my favorite pressed pigments that I do own. I will share with you guys a picture of what it looked like before. I have used this quite a bit in the past, so it's nothing, you know, that hasn't been touched. And this is what it's looking like today. As you guys can see, it has been well loved and used. I've used this a total of 10 times, so I have 17 more uses, or no, 17 more uses. Alex, where is thy brain? 13 more uses. And then I will hit pan. I think next year I'm going to do 20 uses. I like 20 uses. I don't know why I keep going back and forth. I don't know. Anyway, so I have 13 more uses of this. I don't think I'll hit pan, but I will hit my usage goal. Really easy to use as an inner corner highlight. Top it on any cream shadow that I have, a matte shadow. Add a little bit of a voom to my shadows. This is just so easy to use, so it's not a hassle, and I've been really enjoying incorporating this, especially with the no makeup days. This is all over the lid as a nice wash. Really like it. Up next, Sample Beauty's A Prodigy palette, the Jewel Tone edition. I rolled in Pyrope Garnet, which is like this really bright, really nice red. It's like a rustic red. And obviously this was exciting for me because this is a palette that I wanted to hit pan on this year, so it worked out for me in the end. So I will show you guys what the eyeshadow looked like before. It was used, but nothing like it used a lot. And now, as you guys can see, I do have a nice dip in here. I've used this 10 times. These shadows are rather easy to use. They're a little bit more emollient, so they can move around a little bit. So I have used this 10 times. How I've used this one, it actually worked out in the end for me. After I had filmed my update last month, I got the devastating news about my dog. And that whole week, a good, I would say like 7 to 10 days, I could not stop crying. Non-stop crying from the news, and this shadow helped out tremendously because I was putting this all over my lid and a little bit on my lower lash line, so it kind of camouflaged me crying because it didn't accentuate my eyes to be any more red. It just looked like my eyes were red because of the eyeshadow, so it actually worked out towards my benefit. So I used it a lot in the beginning for that reason and that way, just to camouflage any tears that I had for quite a bit of time. My goodness, I gave myself such a bad tension headache. But it's life. It's life. So anyway, I've used this 10 times. I have a feeling that I may hit pan on it before the 23rd use, and which is exciting for me because I do want to hit pan in this palette. So it's still being in here as well because I did not hit either one of my 2 goals. All right, so let's bring in the things that have been here already for a second month. This is the ColourPop So Jaded palette. I rolled in the color Jade, which was a green shade Last update, I had used it 12 times, and now I have reached my 23rd use, you guys, and this is what it's looking like. You can see that it has been used, and there's a little bit of a dip in there, but it's nothing big. We all know ColourPop shadows, especially the mattes, are very, very difficult to hit pan on. It is like 40 plus uses for one of these to hit pan on. I used it mainly as an eyeliner. I did use it as an outer V deepening, as an all over the lid. I used it quite a few different ways. I met my goal of 23 uses. I did not hit pan on it. I did not expect to hit pan on it, so I'm okay with that. But this is getting rolled out, and at least I got more use out of that palette. I've used that palette a lot this year, and that was one of my goals. So it was rolled in here, but I did reach for it on my own as well prior to it. Last but not least, I rolled in this palette. This was a Z palette with Ardency In and Tarte palette, as well as other things in here. I rolled the color in Whiskey. Last update, I had 10 uses on it. And as you guys can see now, I have a little bit of a pan in there. From the last update, you could see that I was using it on a side, and I don't know why. I actually ended up hitting pan on this in 25 uses. My goal, or my minimum usage, is 23 uses, but one of my rules is if I feel like I'm almost there and I can make it, I can continue to use the shadow. So I ended up using this 2 more times than my allotted amount, just so I knew I was going to hit pan on it. This is a beautiful shade. Loved it as a lower lash line. That's how I mainly use it, as a lower lash line. Hence the reason why the pan is in the corner and it's like a small one, because I would use it on my lower lash line. Really liked it. These Tarte shadows are very, very nice. So at least this palette now has a pan in there, and I got a pan for the year. So very, very exciting about this one. And this is also getting rolled out. Alrighty, friends. So what does that mean? Whew. We are keeping our single as well as 1 palette, and we're rolling in 2 new palettes this month. But before we do, let's roll all the color stories that we've had thus far. Alright guys, so we're going to roll in 2 palettes. So we're going to go ahead and get into it and see what we're going to roll in. Oh, Smashbox Full Exposure. That is a matte and shimmer palette, okay? And that's very neutral. So that's the first palette. Oh, another Z palette full of singles. Okay, so let me bring both of those in, and then we're going to see which shadow we will be working on. Okay, so here's the full exposure. This has been in this project pan, not last year, but the year prior, I believe. And I was working on this shadow right here. As you guys can see, it's a nice dip in there, but nothing big. Ugh. You guys, I'm not excited to play around with this one because I just wanted more color. But how many shadows do we have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So we have 14 eligible. Okay, so let's see which one we're gonna do. $11. Oh goodness. So this is 7, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, not bad. Okay. Okay. So I've never used this one. It's like a setting one. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So that's like a setting one. And then for our ColourPop, this is the letter N. This is what this palette looks like, and I have not touched anything in here. I think these are all brand new basically, yeah. So how many shadows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 24 shades. Okay, so let's see. 24 shades. What are we coming up with? 18. Ooh, okay. So we have 6, 12, 18, which is this dark chocolatey brown. So this is called Cloud 9. Oh, that's going to be so dark. We all know we're not going to get pan on this one. I feel like ColourPop has come out a lot this year. Okay, so these are our 2 new shades. Boring, I understand that. Yes, I know, but safe because I've been playing around a lot with makeup. So let me give you the whole entire color story, then we'll talk about it. So here's our color story. Let's talk about it. These 2 will definitely be rolled out next month. Absolutely. Now, here's the deal. These 2 are so easy to use. This I can use 23 times just to set my lid. This one I can use 23 times just to use as an eyeliner every single time I do my makeup. So I am wanting to say that I'm going to get a full refresh next month because these are so easy to use and to incorporate in any look that I do. But I'm hesitant because of the fact that I'm not using a lot of makeup. Now, with that said, I did wear makeup 18 times in July, and that's a lot still, considering I was outside a lot. Like, I am dark. I am tan. I got a tan this time around. And we're not done yet. The summer is still continuing, so I still have quite a bit of time left to be outdoors. But I do anticipate to at least, out of the 31 days in August, at least wear makeup 15 of those times. Obviously today being still one of them because I am in August as we speak. So I am hoping that I get a full refresh. That's my anticipation, a full refresh. We'll see. And that way I can get a whole new color story coming up in the month of September. Refresh, back to school, everything, you know what I mean? Like enjoying. So I think I should be okay. I think I should be okay. What do you guys think? What do you think? Easy month? Not upset about it because it just worked out for this time of the year because I don't really wear makeup that much. But I like it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Well, we are going to at least put that goal in for next month. All right, you guys, that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then.